for you. Whoa, 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 whoa. This guy. Um, we were looking to enter. That was like way too violent, of course. To do it without test. Uh, However, there was a test and it did went up. I would have bought some shares here. That could have been our. Um, that could have been our. Well, it didn't manipulate it though. Here it did. Didn't give us a test. So yeah. So yeah. There's this movement. That, that's yesterday close though. Yeah, no. And that's like on 5 minutes we want to see something clear. This is not a clear picture. So we'll leave it alone. On hourly though, on hourly, it's too. This is not good. What is this? Where is this? Oh, it's yesterday close, so never mind. Well, yeah, technically. What's weird though is the volume that's bigger. That's a close though. That's a close. Yeah, volume and correction bigger than the main movement. That's weird. So technically, this is a setup. If you want to play it like this, practically, I'm not sure I'm a fan of these volumes. This is close. That's okay. And yeah, this volume is bigger than any volume here. Not bigger than this volume though. Yeah. mm, Also, problem of this setup is that it's like we are doubling our trade. Yeah, I see. It also looks like it can. The other problem with me is, and you see, if we made this assumption, it's all right. There was no volume here whatsoever. Um, it's kind of below zero point 0.5. Yeah, no, this is stretched. It's not bad, but this is stretched. I think this is an accident. Let me see in 5 minutes what happened here. Yeah, no volume whatsoever. Yeah, I think this is just an accident. So this doesn't bug me. This charting is a little off, but I'm more concerned about not this volume, but this volume. Oops. How did that happen? This is good. Yeah, doesn't give us much of a entry. And are we in full position on AirPods? Air products? I don't remember. AirPods. AirPods. Okay, AirPods it is. I would consider this level too. Okay, let's. Oh, ow. Stop it. Um, I'd consider this level too. Yeah, it doesn't give us an entry, but I'm not gonna cry about it because the deal goes up. HSBC is good. Jumps over this guy. So still can pick up some shares here if it goes. If it goes. Yeah, you see this point 0.5? I see this point 0.5. Maybe we should keep it on daily so it doesn't, you know, line can go altogether. This guy can go from hours and minutes. Yeah, so that we can see it more clearly and independently. Okay, potentially buy. What's going on here? La la. Tries to bounce. If it bounce here today, we'll form a layer T1, the day T1. Yeah. Why is it marked out? Oh yeah, right. So our Lockheed Martin. Why did I like this stock again? Oh, I'm saying if it goes here, right? No, it needs to go down. It needs to go down. Ay, ay, ay. It's technically in the area. Hmm. Technically, it's in the test area. Low 56. Low 56. Yeah, so this kind of like this because this is a test level for this. Uh, hey, is it Sufyan? Sofian? How do you pronounce your name? Hi there. Let's take a look. Um, let's take a look. United States dollars, Japanese yen. Um, what broker do Sofian? Yeah, sure. Let's take a look. I just need a broker with the volume. Disclaimer is it's not financial advice, of course. Also, mm, forex is something else than the stock market because it's not an auction and there is no depth of the market. It's just like so-called kitchens or um, boiler rooms. So they define their own quotation. So are you like any of this uh, ice market? Just taking between friends. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I won't be able to work of ice because it doesn't have volume, and I do volume spread analysis, so I'm kind of like blind. Volume is the cause, um, and price is an effect. So I'll be looking at USD GPI on the first one, FXCM. I don't know them. Like I don't know forex that much. But here's our months because on say on ice, see there is no volume. I need volume. Without volume, it doesn't make no sense. Like if I'm just trading price, it's like it's kind of like effort and result, cause and effect connection relation in between price and volume. People apply volume and price moves, so I need both to understand anything. But here's our dollar against Japanese yen. It's in gosh, it's a long trend. in this kind of movement, you see how it respected the previous support level beautifully. This was beautiful. Test with volume, I mean spring with volume towards spring, test, alarming volume on the test, resumption, boom. 1 hour chart, we had some crazy highs and lows. Okay, let's take a look. So that was a trade, right, of monthly, like a long setup. I don't trade just of monthly. No, it's not gone yet. But anyhow, I'm just fooling around. So it's a long trend on monthly, um, long impulse on monthly. We are at resistance level of monthly chart right now. The previous, and that was close to point 0.5. Oops, I'm sorry. Um, so I'll show you on this FXCM broker kitchen boiler room, whatever you call it in Forex. But I think they're pretty much the same. So the problem is Forex, they define their own quotations. It's not an auction. Yeah, in order to get to 1 hour chart, I need to see first like the superior time frames. On day, we kind of approached this resistance level of monthly. Boom, boom, it formed kind of balance-ish here. And then it breaks above here. And then, yeah, so that it changed directionality here. So now it's in a short trend. Short, confirming short, impulse, short impulse, and then it reverses again. Like right here, it breaks up, um, breaks up. Sure. That was the last time. Yes, that was the last break. Yes, so it approached the resistance level once, then reversed from long to short impulse, and now it reversed back to long impulse once again. So it's kind of like retesting. It's a new approach, independent approach to, because when the wave changes directionality on inferior time frame, it means it's an independent approach now. So that what it tries to do. Do you have a setup in your mind? Are you already in a trade? Tell me what's going on with you. What's your deal? What are you thinking? So technically, that's how day looks like. And by the way, let me see. Yeah, that was the biggest bar of this upcoming. So it was a test level first, an hourly, and then it turned to T2. Yeah, definitely. Um, Definitely what? Okay, so that's the biggest volume of this long impulse. This tune. So this is our. You were shorting from 115.7 on hourly. Let us get to it. So that was a test level, and we also have here a level of the of this long impulse, and there was a point 0.5 above the test level. So that was an indicator. I was shorting from the last biggest high, last high. Okay, let's see what's going on. So this point 0.5 has not. Hold on, I'm sorry. Hello. Yeah, that's me. Yes. Yes. No, I didn't. Do I do it online or do I do it in person in clinic? Uh huh. I don't think. I would just throw it away. I'm sorry. Yes, yes, I did. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I did the. I received the renewal letter. Yeah, automatic renewal. Okay. Yeah. Thanks so much. Yeah. Thank you for calling me. Um. So you shorted at 150.7. At what time? And what's your stop loss take profit? Meantime, on hourly, boom. Oof. That it did this violent movement from here to here, and then touched this. Oh, it's been too long in this movement, so we would see it as the independent approach. Boom, boom, breaks above, doom, 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 down, 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 take profit. Let me see. Let me see. Pium, pium, pium. Okay. So that's our hourly levels here. Uh, so it didn't. It went. You see, it went to this like daily resistance level, and then bounced to it. That was actually. Oh, I think it's in a balance. Let me double check, but it looks like it might be. Mm, so that's our hourly situation. Pium, pium, pium. Mm, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's how it was developing. From here, it broke. It didn't break actually. Yes. Did it ever break? Okay. Okay. So it definitely broke there. Yeah, it broke above. From here, it broke above there. Let me see. Yeah, we would definitely see it as an independent approach because the previous level is below. So yeah, it only broke above here. So never mind this level. Never mind. JK. So here it broke below and then confirms. Oh, look at this. You see the kind of the wave is kind of twisting back and forth. Uh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Anytime. Anytime. So Fane, I'm here to give you like a second opinion on your trades, on your setups, on your ideas. Um, Together we are stronger, or how they say, back home, one head is good, but two heads is better, or like one brain is good, but two brains is better. Or in other words, two brains are better than one. Um, and let me put your setup on the chart. You have 150. What time did you open the trade so that I can catch it up? Yeah, that happens. That happens. It just turns against you before you know it. That happens with the trades. You know what I mean? They do turn against you sometimes. Oh, okay. And your take profit one. Oh, sorry. You're bearish. You're bearish. Mm, 7. Okay. So you didn't go like 5 minutes or anything any inferior to 1 hour, right? You played just of 1 hour. 149 and 8. 149 and 8. Uh huh. Oh, hey Casey. Hey man. Still don't understand how to take its book. Like, do you have any stop loss for this trade? And when did you enter it? When did you enter this trade? Oh, you must have entered it here, right? Oh, okay, okay, okay. So I assume your stop loss was somewhere above the daily level. Okay, now I see a trade. So you entered somewhere over here or like here, doesn't matter. Somewhere on this horizon. So yeah, definitely. So here's what happened. Yeah, so look, monthly is long impulse, and here, like technically, so like once it changed the directionality on inferior time frame, so since ever since here, um sometimes like price just doesn't go to the superior time frame level and reverses, which is okay. And we can identify this reversal once it changed the directionality and on inferior time frame. I'm sorry, my English is failing me. So ever since here, that would be valid. Hold on, it protected here. But anywho, ever since here on daily, it was valid to think that um, this impulse is over and it's reversing. It's weird though, it didn't manipulate the monthly level. So like a lot of times, it will bounce exactly like this and go up again. But still, it would be valid to think, to identify the reversal of the trend like here, and suppose this um, contextual model of this price action short or bearish. Yeah, Casey, we'll take a look at your stock. Let's help Sofian first. So yeah, ever since it was bearish here, but then this happened. It went down here and here, boom. It still holds the resistance level of short impulse, but then here, boom. Here it reverses. You see how it changed directionality once again? So ever since here, it's long again. So it's long on monthly and it's long on daily ever since here. So um, on superior time frames, and it breaks above zero point 0.5 correction. So if it was a correction exactly here, you see how here it doesn't break the level, it just expands it. So like here it could have upthrusted and continued, resumed the short impulse. But unfortunately here it breaks the direction, and now it's long, and it's not how wave is developed. It breaks highly, like way higher above the zero point 0.5. So ever since here it's in a long impulse, and here, so let's stock up our probability. Monthly's contextual direction, the impulse direction is long, contextual direction of the way is long. Well, contextual direction is lost more or less. Daily is long. Let's see in this one. You see this crazy volume? What happened here? Where's this volume? I want to see this volume. This crazy volume. It can be technical sometimes. Again, with Forex, it's very hard to say anything because it's crazy. Think about it. The kitchens themselves, the boiler rooms, they define their quotations. So anyhow, it's short. It's long on monthly. It's long on daily. On hourly, it was long here, and it's like approaching. So like whenever it's approaching the superior time frame level, which is daily for hourly chart, it kind of has this tendency. It's like a magnet. This is a liquidity zone. That's where the market participants' interests are located. So ever like whenever it comes close, it will tend to go there and manipulate, because that's how it grabs the liquidity. There is like stop losses here. There is market participants sitting, waiting to open and close their positions. That's a liquidity zone on daily. So the price will tend to go here. However, and it broke this level. It breaks this level here, with the biggest volume right here on the positive side. I'm just trying to restore, in the hindsight, the logic of this trade. Um, so it doesn't even respect. You see, this is the biggest volume. This is the significant volume. This and this, actually. What are these volumes? 7.36, 7.36. Yeah, they're equal. So you can kind of keep an eye on this one, on this significant bar level too. But look, like so, say it's our, yeah, it doesn't respect any of these levels. So from this regard, uh, okay, so it doesn't respect this level, point 0.5 zone. This level just goes down, which is good for your short setup. Then it goes down, breaks the support level, the T2 level of the long impulse, and forms. This is the biggest volume of the short impulse, which is good. It indicates, it's good when the break under ice is the biggest volume, but also it doesn't go any farther. It just stops there, just bounces there. And here's the point 0.5. Well, you still have some hope here. So what happens? It bounces. You see, it up thrusts the break under ice level. I'm trying to understand as well. Haha, broke down because of news. I don't play news or fundamental analysis, but yeah, they definitely influence the market. Like the news and fundamental analysis, it's all depicted here, believe me or not. So what happens next? It forms this break under ice level, and then it respects it with the up thrust. So it bounces, it makes some movement trying to resume the short trend. But after it up thrusts, and you see how this is the biggest volume of the, say, this is the biggest volume of this entire short impulse. And then when this volume comes in and it springs, so the biggest volume of this entire situation comes here on the spring. So that would be like super alarming. When the spring closes, this is not good at all. It looks like e reversal of the trend. And then it goes again. It doesn't see this break under ice level at all. And then the T2 level, the resistance level of this short impulse is in your face. And then it just breaks it with no volume. Like there is volume, but like there is no, it's not a bigger volume. It kind of like, this is a bearish seller's tail. So it kind of tried to, there was some struggle here, but then the reaction bar, and it closes below. Technically, the jump over creek bar closes below the resistance level, but then the reaction bar just goes and close. So here you know that the it's the first sign of reversal of the trend. Now officially um it's a long trend. So um now what you have here is, this is the biggest volume of this long impulse, and this is the point 0.5 Fibonacci retracement. When you have a good logic. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sofian. That's called volume spread analysis and wave analysis. That's like, I believe everyone should get some sensible understanding of the market, not just like some patterns to trade off, but just understand, get nitty gritty and understand in depth how market works. So yeah, right now, man, I mean, when I say man, I like, it's human. I mean, kind of friend. I'll use friend. What about bouncing on the 115 too? Yes, yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. So this short impulse logically has, it's like one, two, three, four. It's a four long bars. So technically, like, we don't use it in our culture, but some other trading culture they call, I'm not sure what they call it in English, but like pivotal point, or like point of rotation, maybe a rotary point. I don't know how it's called, like official term, but it's believed that normally impulse have a tendency to go the same distance from the level it breaks. So if you put point 0.5 right on this resistance level, which it broke, so you can expect this impulse to go like round around here to your break even, and then it needs to go in correct, and point 0.5 will be somewhere around here by then. And if this level stays, it might go, and I don't know, like, I don't know, I can't predict the future, but for now, as for now, definitely there is no resistance. uh Yes, BOJ had an intervention yesterday. Bank of Japan, BOJ. Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay, cool. So if I were in your shoes, uh, I think as of now, this is point 0.5 also, like on the good side. It's not, I mean, it's not significant for the market anymore because it's already had this resistance point. But right now, it's like struggling in this point 0.5, right? So it tries to decide, it can bounce. I would definitely look to close this deal. Maybe wait for a retracement, because it. Let's just jump into inferior time frame and see what it does here. So yeah, you see it bounced off point 0.5, and then this volume comes in. So you see this entire correction was bought out in this tail with this volume, the biggest volume of the correction. It's a short correction though, 2 bars. And then it goes up again, and then where's the biggest bar of this? This is the biggest. Yeah, let's just, sometimes inferior time frame can help you to find your like exit point. I don't normally manage my trades, meaning I set them up and let them fly, but if I do, inferior time frame sometimes can help you to make some decisions. How did it happen? It happened like this, and then grind higher and went like this, and then it went like this. Yeah, the biggest volume of this upcoming trend was here, and market didn't even see it. You see how it just like broke violently, and normally once, yeah, just didn't see it for now. It's a good sign for you, because like when the biggest volume of the long trend, long impulse comes in the up there high and then breaks down, it means. But it respected the point 0.5. You see of inferior time frame here. Now it's like bounce of point 0.5, and now it tries to decide what it wants to do. So probably it played on the news. I'm improvising right now, but I can imagine it played on the news and then just resumed the normal logic of the market. So yeah, man, I should start saying friend instead. Man is not general neutral. Um, so yeah, potentially it can bounce of this point 0.5, and if it bounces of this point 0.5 of Fibonacci retracement and just goes, there is nothing as of now that indicates that it will, except for this tail maybe. But if it reverses, say, forms a like bearish candle here and just goes down and doesn't respect zero point 0.5 and this level, it will still be bearish to the 150. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, there is. I can see your logic. So once again, like more naturally if the wave forms like an extremum here. It's not an extremum yet because we need one bar closed in opposite direction. But say if this bar closes short and then it goes, this level is formed with some level, it goes, manipulates this level, make a nice juicy upthrust with like volume, or like even more so biggest volume of this short this long trend, quick long trend, and then goes back and say it forms like some support level here, right? Like, so goes here up thrust and then goes, breaks this level and goes down, and then this level is not in your face anymore, and this level is not in your face anymore, the zero 0.5. Yeah, so if it draws something like that, goes here, boom, up thrust, and goes, breaks this level, then you're good. That means the short trend is resumed. And yet on daily, like, that would be the next level to watch, because the price always like tends to if you have, if you have a look at the 5 minute, you can see it as we speak with the Asian market. I still what about 5 minute? Hold on, let me fix what I've done, um, so that I'm not misled. um, what you mentioned 5 minutes, what do you see on 5 minutes, Sofian? What I see on 5 minutes as of now is this long impulse, um, that has a first sign of weakness on it, which is good. So it was forming like this, and then like this. Uh, so it was bouncing here a little bit in this hourly level, that then broke below, but didn't confirm the change of direction. Instead, went back long, downtrend. Oh, within my system, I don't see downtrend on the minutes just of yet. What I see, like on the positive side, what I see is that the biggest volume of this long impulse happened to be in this bar. So this is like a significant volume bar. There is this bar yet though, 249, 257. Yeah, this is bigger officially. You can also have a look at this one. So this volume was not respected. It just broke down below, and then it respected the zero 0.5, bounced to it, formed actually like, technically this bar is less volumed, but visually, what I use is a visual method of technical analysis. Like visually, it's almost the same. Here's the wait, uh, 167, 171. So yeah, technically this is more volumed, but practically that's also a volume level. And what it did here in zero 0.5 zone, zero 0.5 is not a level, it's a zone. It did test this volume. See this volume? It tested this volume, and then it manipulated the test level with this spring with the biggest volume of the mm, so I wouldn't define it as short term. So this is a 2 bar spring, actually 1 bar spring. It's just a spring. I could have technically even played it short here on 5 minutes for a day trade. It's within my rules. My only concern would be that this volume is a little bit bigger, but this volume is more trustworthy because it's in zero 0.5 correction. It's more habitual for stock to go into 0.5 correction. So this biggest volume spring we have here, and even if I wanted to test, because kind of like it dropped violently, I would have waited for test, a resumption of the buying, and this my short 2.1 to 2 risk to reward. I don't think I would have traded it, but I mean, technically, it even qualifies if you see this way for a long setup, something like this. But yeah, definitely, I cannot define the inferior time frame, the 5 minute, as a long impulse yet. So in order to do so, it needs to, and even if it breaks this test, the significant bar level is still here. So here's another level to look at. But once again, technically, this is bigger volume, but just like by ticks, really, like by a few ticks. Not ticks, but by a few. This is 167. This is 171. Yeah, by some lots. But yeah, this is a volume zone. On the positive side, it didn't have enough of volatility to go all the way here and manipulate this level. So it's definitely like trying to reverse. Mm, but yeah, technically it still looks bullish. Still looks bullish only after, you see this volume? Only after it goes and breaks below this volume, you can legitimately claim within my trading system that it reversed now on 5 minutes and goes short. So yeah, that's what I've got for you. Once again, like, um, if this bar now closes bearish, closes short, that would be not a bad sign with this volume. If it goes down, then comes up thrusts. Normally, it doesn't reverse just like this, like V-shaped reverse. Normally, it will do something like this. It will come, manipulate this level. By this time, it will form the support level, whatever would be the extremum of this impulse, and then up thrusts. And then if it goes down here and breaks this support level, then you can say, okay, that was a short impulse. It corrected to zero point 0.5. It changed direction sometimes in correction. It's not a good sign. It means the correction is strong. But yeah, if it breaks down here and resumes here, changes the directionality, then on hourly at least, you're on the good side of things. However, still on daily, then I would have waited it to go here. But your trade is, yeah, on the good side also. Like, your trade is before. So next level, if it breaks down here and goes resumes short with a good volume, you're on the good side of things again on hourly. And on daily, I would look for this level. That would be the next supply support level. Yeah, bro. Anytime, man. Anytime. Thank you. Let's switch over to Casey. Casey, are you still here? With this stock, let's take a look what you've got. GHC. But Sofian, if you're still here, my once again disclaimer is, of course, it's not financial advice. Also, keep in mind that um, gosh, forex operates differently. Like stock market, like ETFs, you name it, crypto, they all are auctions. So they're auctions. Crypto is unregulated, of course, but other than that, all those markets are auctions with depth of market. An auction means that there is a bid, there is an ask, and best bid meets best ask, and like market tries to auction, the exchange tries to satisfy and facilitate the sales. In forex, it's different because there is some like quotations that every broker receives from whatever international banks or whoever like defines the market, and then they kind of literally cook and boil their own quotations within their firm. So which not necessarily like indicating that they're like doing shady stuff or anything like that, but it's just like volume spread analysis. The entire logic of the market is just a visual depiction of group dynamics, group psychology of the market. And in Forex, it's distorted because even though they define their quotation within the reasonable sense of what's going on in the market, they are solely define these decisions. So this is not a free hand of the market, so to speak. Yeah, like so like the volume spread analysis and like the system I work within is defined by supply and demand law, the law of cause and effect and law of effort and result. And in forex, it's all distorted. um, okay, once again, Casey, if you're here, write me something and let's take a look at what you've got on GE Healthcare Technologies. um, monthly, 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 monthly is bullish, long. I try to avoid bullish bearish because it has like emotional coloring in it. I try to think in terms of short and long. And this is definitely a long impulse. Breaking right now is kind of like trying to break through the T1, the resistance level of the monthly. That's normally how the price breaks the level successfully. It normally like will cripple, close to the level, and then it will break and close above. And it's hard to imagine. So like um, the success of the break on the first bar, on jump over creek bar, the manipulation bar is defined on the ratio of how which portion of the spread is above the the level that is attempted to break, and the portion of spread that is below. And like it's hard for me to believe that in 2 days it will go and close somewhere over here, so that the portion of the spread closed above the level is equal or more bigger than the portion of the spread below. So but we'll need to wait for reaction bar to really define whether the level was broken or respected. On the daily, yeah, I mean, we know Casey already. uh, he plays in continuation of the trend. I'm so confused with like he, she, they nowadays. So you guys correct me if anything. I don't want it to um, mispronounce you, but I'll just doing my assumption with my limited knowledge of gender of the names. Um, but yeah, I'll assume Casey is he unless they claim otherwise. Um, tries to break with this volume. Yeah, and now it's in continuation of the daily long trend. However, according to my rules, oops, I wouldn't even consider it here because it's somewhere in the resistance level of the monthly, so that will be reasonable to expect for it to form a transitory extremum and at least bounce, if not reverse, to stop the. That's where the wave changes. So we are expecting wave to change here, not um, to slow down, to stop, not to accelerate. We try to find high probability trades that are in acceleration of the trend. So we can trade in continuation of the trend. If this line monthly level was not in our face, yeah, we could have like switched over to hourly and look for a setups and continuation of the trend. However, um, there is a monthly in our face on daily. So according to my rules, I have to wait um, for daily to stop, to make an extremum, to close one bar short, and then I would put a transitory extremum. And only when it goes and manipulates the transitory extremum, then I would switch over to hourly. And actually, first time it interacts with it, I can short it because I'm expecting at least some bounce, if not reversal. It's not necessarily that the wave will reverse, but we expect the slow down and some bounce um, of the um, of the impulse, of the long impulse. I don't know, Casey, if you're still here, but here's the hourly analysis. It's in long on hourly. Like everything looks long except for the fact again that it reached it reached. Here's the biggest volume of this impulse. It's in the monthly resistance. The good thing is it's a resistance of the long trend. It's the T1 of the long trend, so there is nothing that prevents it just from breaking. It can even not respect. I wouldn't like. I wouldn't trust into this support level of this significant bar because it doesn't have no spread. It has the biggest volume, but has no spread. But it's close to this guy. 27.46. Hold on. 70.87. 61. Yeah, it's kind of slow, less. But yeah, and Casey is not responsive, so enter 90, enter at 90. Try. Oh, I know Casey already. He'll just play into continuation of the trend. 90.86. 90.86 with a stop loss 83. 83.01. Oof. It's a daily trade, right? It's a swing trade. It's an investment. That's how we call it. We call what you play of the hourly. What you play of the 5 minute chart is a day trade. What you trade of the hourly chart is a yeah. That's what we play out of hourly chart is a swing trade. I'm sorry. Yeah, swing trade, and what we play of the daily chart is an investment. So you're trying to do an investment. Yeah, oof. Yeah, bro. First of all, like this stop loss hangs in the middle of nowhere to me. Yeah, I know what you did. You entered on the close. Yeah, I already know you, man. You waited today in the morning. You opened on the. You probably opened somewhere around here. I already know this guy. Yes, he opened it like this. Well, yeah. Once again, if not for the monthly level in our way, it's a continuation of the trend. And it has no bigger volume. What is the biggest volume of this? Yeah, it's still here. There is no splash of volume. The trend looks good. It just like monthly level is in our face. It has to reverse and bounce somewhere. So it only enter after that. Yeah. So Casey, if you return, let me know and we'll talk about this more. But that's all I can tell for it for now. There is no point even to jump on the inferior on 5 minutes. I'll add this guy to my watch list because it pays dividends, and I play and trade stocks that do pay dividends because I only do virtual stops, and if it gets stuck in uh, against me, I'll be just sitting on the stock collecting dividends rather than just like wasting my time. Yeah, it broke this level. Back to our watch list. It's in continuation of the uh, long trend. We are in the trade. We are all good. We don't mind picking up more shares and playing it maybe like day, here. Uh, Comcast, we already, yeah. Mm. Yeah, this price action was like too violent, way too violent, and didn't give us a test here, anyways. And like, this will not be a test, but we'll keep an eye. We're already in a trade. On this one. Let's remove this from, we don't need it on day. It will look all right the first time it was, but we'll keep an eye. I'm not ready to. This is good. You can pick up from here, point 0.5, and that wouldn't be a bad place to pick up. Not for long, but just like do again um, our day trade. Once again, this will form a level probably today. Yeah, Lockheed Martin goes without us. Maybe it's good. I'm not a fan of becoming a sponsor of beneficiary of the war and sponsor. When you buy stocks, you're not really a sponsor. Mm, I'd live with it. I'd live with it. If I make money on Lockheed Martin, I'm not gonna bite myself for it. And that's pretty much all we've got, right? Yeah. The rest is day. What is it doing here? Anyone knows? Why am I even looking at this chart? Anyone has any ideas why am I even looking at this chart? Because I don't. I don't have any idea. Why am I looking at this chart? It's short and it's, yes, like it's obviously in point 0.5. It's in point 0.5 of the entire direction, but this one. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. This guy wants to tell me it was in. You guys keep in mind that financial markets provide you every day with unlimited amount of opportunities, and most of them are to lose your money. Yeah, there is nothing on. Yeah. This market now, it needs to go lower. If it goes lower to point 0.5, really. So technically, yeah, it was an upthrust, a spring. Why did they decide to call it spring and upthrust different terms? I understand the sim- symbolic meaning of the upthrust and spring, but why wouldn't they just come up? And yeah, the volume distribution on hourly is not that evident. Yeah, couldn't they call it just like all the same name so that would be easier? It does make sense though, because like you know why long is long and short, right? Because long grows long and boring, and short falls fast, and you know fast, faster than long. Yeah, this guy needs to go to this level. Or Pfizer, yeah, same deal. Um, um, Same deal. This was beautiful, just like for for a quick trade. Still busy? No, Sofian. Yeah. What other stocks do you have, or what are other questions? Ask me. I'm just going through the list of my uh, watch list. Um, Ask a question. I'll be glad to take a look at your setups, at your trades. Yeah. Nothing important. Come on, ask your question. I'm good. I'm doing this the entire day, so just hop on, ask your question, and I'll answer. Um, Same chart time frame. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, of course. Of course, it's all right. No, I'll like. Uh huh. Yes, yes, yes. So if it goes, hold on. Let me remove this. Woo! Yes, you see, something is happening in your favor. Not confirmed yet, but at least it formed this extremum, and that's the biggest volume of this like long impulse. Yeah, so it looks like it started going a little bit in your favor. You still have all these things in your face. Uh, Bad connection. Yeah, I'm sorry. I have no influence over it. But yeah, I was saying it's good that it closed bearish. So now we have an extremum. That's officially now is a resistant level for this. It's still long trend on hourly, but we have at least a resistance level now. So now these two things are in our face. Is connection better now? Can you hear me? Um, so now what we need? Can you can you hear me now? Um, so yeah, yes, cool. So now what we need is what you need to be specific is for this. Now it's correction. So officially, it's a correction of this long impulse. So now it needs to violate, disregard this, or break through this zero point 0.5 zone and this significant bar level. If it breaks, then it's good till here, and then it will need officially to break um, this T2 support level of this long impulse. This bullish was really weird. Yeah, the market gets jerky, especially around news or earnings, stuff like that. So um, I can't comment on that because I don't correlate my trades with any fundamental or news analysis whatsoever unless there is something super dramatic happening and it's super evident because I don't want my just it should be enough, haha. Yeah, but look, so like if it goes down violently, it will just violate zero point 0.5, violate this level, violate this level, and goes down. That's your perfect world situation. Realistically, it can bounce either from here or from here, and then you'll be seeing how it will interact with. Yes, chasing people's stop losses is one of the way that market, and that's exactly the way one of the reasons why market goes in the waves and is jerky sometimes because it needs to jerk up and like hit stop losses and get everyone excited and get on the wrong side of the market. That's how smart money. So smart money always need to create a cause to apply an effort for result for an effect to take place, and in order for that, so in order for smart money like to sell, consider like bearish is the right direction of the market here. In order for smart money to develop a momentum, in order to sell, to supply, they need a demand, they need someone to buy, and in order for someone to buy, they either need to hit the stop losses area, which is normally at this like levels, or they need to create an excitement for people to start buying so that they can supply them and supply them and supply them until there is no like buying momentum no more, and then the price drops. The price will always float to the direction of the least resistance. So in order to create this least resistance, like smart money need to create a vacuum of demand, so they need to exhaust all demand. uh, Trading opposite of everyone's is saying is, yeah, like, so normally news come out like the opposite direction. Whenever news are negative, you gotta buy. Yeah, like and whenever news are like super positive, you should sell. Yeah, the market moves. Let's jump back on 5. Yes, so like this test level is not an issue anymore. So once it goes beyond like below this extremum of the spring, so this test level, they don't expand. The bar levels, they do not expand. So the wave levels, they can expand if it manipulates and then manipulates the manipulation. The extent is below zero point 0.5. It's below the test level of this volume. And once again, this volume was still bigger by a few lots. So like I was just improvising here. So like this, not really legit test and significant bar levels. However, it's some levels. But yeah, now for you it should go here and break down. Um, and that's like at the same. It's coincident of the levels here actually. Like you see this T1 and T2, the resistance and support on 5 minutes of this long trend is all coincides with the T1 and T2 like resistance and support level of the hourly. It's not a wave level, but it's a bar level. But yeah, yeah, completely right, Dixie. Is it the dollar index? Was it Dixie? DXI. DXI. Yeah, you can kind of correlate. But once again, like I would even go like if I wanted to. Like, is there an ETF for this guy? Because like something that has no volume. Yeah. What is this? That's probably some kind of. I need a volume in order to. Uh, hey, come on. No, that's not it. Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't even watch industrial ETFs and SPY and like Dow Jones and Russell like when I do my trades because it just within my system it makes no sense. So use index 1 hour. This has volume at least. So is it an ETF? So in order to I can't like just so this will not tell me nothing because it has no volume. No volume because this is the cost, this is the effect, this is the effort, this is the result. So I'm blind. I'm flying blind if there is no volume. Mm, so this has no explanation, but it has volume. So I'd assume this is some kind of ETF based of the dollar index. Um, After hold on, but it's crazy how they pumped the USD today after the bad news. Yes, directly. The bad news of Bank of Japan. The Bank of Japan came out with something negative. Yeah, like you see, it now goes. It grinds down. It grinds down. Um, let's take a look at the dollar index. Just I would not again trade it because it doesn't pay any dividends, and something that doesn't pay dividends, I'm not going to trade because I only trade with virtual stop losses. So if the market goes against me, I just get stuck with the stock or the ETF and I hold it and receive dividends while it rebounces to break me even and let me out into the money. That's my mantra. Uh, Bad news. I'm not sure what bad news you're referring to. I'd assume. Oh, since you're shorting, but you're shorting. Uh, I'm so lame. It's 150 yens for. So you were shorting the US dollar, right? So it's like you were assuming that US dollar is gonna weaken. So Bank of Japan, I'd assume, was coming out with some good news, positive news for Japan. So this is kind of balance 1 2 1 2, like same price horizon, but then it breaks down, right? breaks down and confirms. So now this level it breaks it above, but after it breaks it above this level, it never boom, boom. Yeah, this range is not tradable. Yeah, bro. I was waiting for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Fanny, I'm sorry. Let's put you aside. I showed you like what's going on yen. Yes, yes, man. I was waiting for you to come back. And once again, sorry. Like my pronounce is not gender neutral. I don't know how to refer to you guys as of yet. I'm trying to refer as friend, and when I say man, I mean human. So monthly, I already know, Casey. I already know. I know that you're going to be trading continuation of the trend. I already feel your style. So monthly is long. My problem is it's in the like the it's manipulating the resistance level of the monthly right now, which is not so bad because it's like directional. It's not counter trend. It's a trend. It's T1. It's a resistance in the face of the long impulse, um, which is weaker than when it tries to break and reverse the trend. As of monthly chart, so normally that's not how the levels are broken. Normally it will like cripple up, grind up, and like go close to the level and then boom, violently break it and close way above. So the one way to estimate, we'll need a reaction bar. We need this bar to close above this level by the end of the month, and then we'll be waiting for reaction bar to close below. But as of now, with 2 days left from the manipulation bar, I can tell that unless in 2 days it goes like grinds like here, not grinds, but skyrockets here, it will close. When it closes, when the manipulation bar closes, I estimate the portion of the spread closed above the level that's attempt to be broken compared to the portion of the bar below. And you see here it's like 1 to 5 ratio. So only 1/5, only 20% of the spread is about to close above the resistance level, which is not a good indicator. Which doesn't concern you because did you play of hourly? You played of daily, right? So I know it closed like it broke the level, went up, and like based after yesterday close, you set up this deal, right? Tell me I'm right. I think I feel your style already. Um, Good thing on daily, it's continuation of the trend. So if not for this monthly resistance level, I say you have all rights to switch over to inferior time frame. Just like say this like monthly didn't exist, right? And we were just looking at it. I was like, yes, Casey, like everything is good. There is no splash, like there's no exhaustion volume here. It's continuation of the trend. So you're good to switch over to hourly and play of this neutral. I know, man. Yeah, like I feel your style. Like that's good. I like continuation of the trend trades. It's just like my personal statistic as of now because I only do virtual stops. I cannot like I restricted myself from any trades in continuation of the trend, but I'll be back to them maybe like in 2 3 months from now. So yeah, if monthly never existed, like just like that's all I see. I see the daily, this volume like here is broken above, this volume is all behind us. So yeah, there is nothing in our face, and I would like look in continuation of the trend on inferior time frame. And here there is like a last resistance level, and it just grinds higher and higher and higher. um so point 0.5 would be that would be for daily trend, but for what we call swing trade of hourly, in my culture we call it swing trade out of hourly. So yeah, that would be the previous. So I would have been looking for a setup based of point 0.5, either like in the neutral zone of impulse I can either trade of point 0.5 or balance on the inferior time frame. So I would be looking for a setup like for it to go here and like bounce from here. But um there is a resistance level of monthly in our phase, which does not allow me within my system to trade. So we are waiting level, of course. So like level is a line on the chart, right? But it's a cloud of interest. That's just where we expect market participants interest to be focused, to be concentrated. Liquidity zones, so-called liquidity zone. So this monthly level is a liquidity zone where last time um, buyers met some sellers on volume. Though on the positive side, there is absolutely no volume whatsoever. So T1, the resistance level, is unvolumed, which is a good sign. It means that like it was just maybe correction, so demand just dropped. There was not much like aggressive supply here, you know. With all this being said, however, it's still a resistant level in our face, and it didn't stop yet. So it manipulated inferior time frame bars. Do not manipulate the superior time frame bars. They only manipulate their own time frame bars. So here, within my culture, within my system of trade, I'm expecting price to stop somewhere and form what's called transitory extremum, because we expect price to like a new wave. So we expect the end of the wave, the stop of the wave, long wave, and then it will have to decide whether it wants to continue long or it wants to reverse and be short. On the positive side, the volume is into continuation of the trend rather than into reversal, because it's like the biggest volume of the trend is here, and we are already above it. It didn't bounce of here, so if it formed an upthrust, interacted with the monthly level and went down, I would say you're like, hey Casey, bro, it's a reversal, because look at this, it's the biggest volume of the um, long trend. So yeah, I'm sorry, but it reverses. However, it did not. It went higher, which is a good sign. So we have this volume. So like volumes, like it's barely it is tested a little bit, but barely. This volume, however, is fully tested. So like you wouldn't expect this to be respected like second time, because like when it tests the level, it's gone. It's kind of like one time deal. So we have this thing to support long movement, like tested with this little bar. But yeah, what I would expect is to price to go like and start bouncing somewhere, form a transitory, what we call a transitory extremum. Say it goes uh like this per se. I'm just improvising, I'm just throwing it out there. I put this little triangle here saying, hey, this is a transitory extremum. That is where potentially we expect the reversal of the stop of the long way, because it's like, again, it's a cloud of interest. That's where demand met some supply. And I would analyze the volume, how like the T1 was formed. If it formed with the volume anything compared to this or even bigger, that's a really, really bad sign, especially if the spread is narrows. If like spread is narrows and volume is like comparable or bigger to this, I was like, oh, that's a first sign of reversal. And then I would wait to price to bounce. And then when it interacts with the transitory extremum for the first time, I can even switch to say inferior time frame and just like play it short right of the, it's like a noise deal. It's not going to be anything like this. It's going to be like something shorty, like like kind of like this, 1 to 2 risks to reward. We call it a noise because we don't know if the price is going to reverse and form a short wave or just continue in long direction. However, it's more likely than not, we are stacking up probabilities, right? It's more likely than not that it will give us this 1 to 2 risk to reward bounce on inferior time frame. So yeah, so once it forms transitory extremum, and then when it, sometimes it's called like a V turn, sometimes it just violently turns like and never comes back, and then we'll wait for a rebound of zero point 0.5 and like for price to go back and bounce. But normally it doesn't do that. Interesting. Do we have a like, can we draw on this chart? uh no, I don't think we can, right? That would be nice if we can just like draw. Um, smiles. Yeah. Huh. We can, right? Let me try. Huh. Look at this. We can draw on the chart. This is beautiful. Um, so yeah, I was saying if the price goes here, can we change the color? Okay. Yes. Can we have it black? Uh-huh. Perfect. Uh, that's not what I meant. Oh no. That's gonna be uncomfortable. But I'll try it again. I'll just try to do the drawings. Mm, is it black now? No, it's still not black. I wanted black. Yes. So within my trading culture, what I would expect, form an extremum, and then I will looking if the volume is like this and the spread is small, the spread is like something like this. I was like, uh-oh, that's a first sign of reversal. And then it goes bounces, and then it comes up thrust, closes below. There's also some like good volume. Doesn't have to be super big, but like bigger than the previous ones, you know? Then I would be like, oh, like that's a real problem now because it looks like the price is reversing. So that would be like something to be alarmed. And then when the price goes lower and just breaks, doesn't like boom, that's a reversal of the trend. It's high up, but it's a reversal. However, if the price goes here from this extremum and then boom goes close above, then you're good. It goes above. Um, yeah, but I wouldn't, of course, trade within my culture long anywhere close to the superior time frame monthly resistance level. But that's my trading system. Um, Once again, other than this resistance level, which again formed by unvolumed level, so it means there was no significant supply here. It's just we all understand, right? We are all agreeing. So there is no like bullish and bearish volumes. Volume is always equal amount of buyers and sellers, right? That's important to understand. With that being said, it's like evident that here there was no big struggle. So just buyers, like demand came here, died out, and then corrected. It's lower than zero point 0.5, but it's a young stock, so it doesn't have like sufficient data, and it's not that terribly below um, zero point 0.5 retracement. So just went here with this volume, and that's a significant bar too. It's a test level, and then like demand died out, it corrected, and now it booms. So it's a good thing this resistance level is unvolumed. This T1 of the long impulse is unvolumed. Um, it's a good thing that the bar just like hit from so down below, so it doesn't look like this bar wants to break this level. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's a wrong. It's a negative. It's on the negative side. So the bar doesn't look like it wants to break because once again, like you see it like this, it like cripples up, scrolls, accumulates here, kind of gets some power, and boom, breaks above, breaks, and it goes. When it hits like this, pew, like it's like yeah. So um, level looks weak, but the manipulation bar, jump over creek bar, also looks weak. It looks like it wants to protect, to respect the level rather than to break it. On daily, it's mainly on daily. It looks good. Volume here, tested volume here. There is nothing in our face ups as of yet, unless it forms a bigger volume. So yeah, but Yeah, I would wait. I would watch out for the transitory extremum to be formed. I would see the volume it will be formed with, and then I would see how price action will go after that. If it again manipulates the level, forms another volume and protects it and goes lower, that would be alarming. But if it breaks above the transitory extremum and grinds higher, the the level of superior time frame doesn't necessarily mean that the price is going to wave is going to reverse. It just means that this wave is stopped. And I like try to place high probability trades, so I always trade in when I expect acceleration of the impulse, if it makes sense. And here in this zone, I wouldn't expect acceleration of the impulse because this wave is done, whatever it was. And like I don't count waves, like the Elliots. I don't do that thing. But this is a wave. It was developing, developing, and here it's done. It's over. Like maybe here or somewhere around here. Now the question is, will the new wave will be in direction of the impulse of this long impulse, or will it change, will it reverse? We don't know yet. Like from what I see here, it looks like it will be in continuation of the trend. A new wave, it looks like it wants to be long on daily, and on monthly there is nothing. There is one like four pro and one con, so I don't know like which is going to happen. It's a long impulse on monthly, and we always assume it will continue in the direction of the impulse. So monthly looks long, daily looks long. It just I can't define a probability overweight so that um, I can place my trade. But yeah, that's about all I have for you. For support, yeah, I only see this support. But after it forms, the thing after it forms the transitory extremum, um, this level is done. It becomes non-existent. So yeah, Casey, I hope it helps. um yeah, I hope it helps. If you have any further questions, hit me up. I'll be glad to answer. um Sofian, are you still here? I'm looking at your situation with the yen. Yeah, it looks good for now. It's in point 0.5 of hourly. That's important level, you see. um uh, all levels are good, all volumes are good, nothing that indicates the reversal. I think you're good till here now. It can bounce of point 0.5, and it does bounce. You see, like it bounces, but there's no levels on 5 minutes whatsoever. So nothing we can say here. So yeah, it reached the first. I would be like watchful. Is it even a word, watchful? I'd be watchful here. um, um, yeah, it's kind of like wide, like it's a wide range for 5 minutes, so we can see that like wave was developing somehow here. But yeah, and dollar index, I'm not going to be like Sofian. If you're here, let me know on real chart on the DXI. um but I'm not going to do it for myself, just for myself. Let's come back to our what's going on here. Yeah, it grinds higher. Comcast, what are you trying to? Yeah, just too weird. It's just too weird. And it's like far below point 0.5. If it goes expands this level, no, I don't think I would trade it. Anyways, anyhow, I want to finish up my my list, and I think we stopped here. Yes, and this is a massacre. I think I got a little bit overly excited yesterday. Got to be careful, like especially when market is in your favor. Just got to be careful not to run high on your hormones, on your emotions. Yes, I'm known to do that. I am. Yeah. Uh-huh. This does try to close it above. Anywho, you guys, if you have any other stocks, clock finally tries to retrieve, but I mean, it's in a free fall. If it doesn't hold point 0.5, where's the point 0.5 coming from though? From the entire trend? All right. Roku is in the free fall. There's this thing. Oof. Okay, I think I'm gonna go. Still the first thing I did in the morning. uh, After I brush my teeth, though. So yeah, it's kind of like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just going bananas. Like 10 pounds of bananas. It's just crazy. Uh, is it near all-time high already? Yeah, it's nearing all-time highs. Accumulation. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. It's a bar level, so we won't be able to trade like basic point 0.5 or anything. So we don't. Bar levels are technically it was right, but it's not a wave level. Wave level is here, so no, we don't trade it like this. Okay, guys, I'm gonna let you go for now. And see you in the afternoon. Well, it's afternoon for the East Coast people, but Pacific time. Okay, take care.